I'm ready.
She just wants to count the guapo. Run it up just like El Chapo. Drinking champagne from the bottle. Slamming in the Silverado. Doros with a supermodel. Burning down that good gelato. Live today like no tomorrow. She just wants to count the guapo. I do this on a day-to-day. Guapo bitch in every way. Dumbing up a bitchy face. She just wants to shift the race. Super bad as satin lace. I eat up all her cake. Serving up her dinner plate. Put icing on her face. Ooh, ooh. Who guess she would've knew? I blessed her with a clue. When I'm flexing in the crew, I exit with the truth. On excursions through the loop. No time for stressing to the loop.
Welcome everybody to East Elvins 310 podcast. You got your boy Travioli coming at you with another Riverside episode of the East of Elvins podcast. We are on the phone because we have a co-host that's down, slipped, working, making a living on this damn ice, and we got J-Dawg recovering from 2 weeks from this damn storm, this damn ice. He was out without power. Shit, let's hear about it. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Damn, fucking life's putting us through the ringer right now.
Yes.
It's definitely been rough.
Yeah, I took it, slipped and fell at work on this damn ice that's never ever gonna go away.
Yeah, you said you were waiting on a metal delivery, right?
Yep, and just every ground went out from underneath me. I fell in on my twisted my back, and I have degenerate disc in my lower back.
And that probably was from back in the day, already all the injuries and shit you went through.
Yeah,
training.
that and the whole. It's also genetic. It's a genetic thing too, man. My dad, he has degenerated discs. My grandpa had it.
Genetics are so crazy, isn't it, man? I mean, that's insane, but it's true. My grandpa had psoriasis and had eye issues with his eyes watering. I never had trouble at all until I hit 40. And it's like, now my eyes constantly water, and my psoriasis. I mean, it's part of life. It's just weird, but yeah, genetic. Kind of like weed.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's why we're trying to breed our own strains. When you're breeding, you're trying to get rid of all those bad points, you know?
Get rid of the traits that aren't needed.
Exactly. Yep.
So did your grow go okay, J-Dawg, without that power? Were you able to maintain? Did they make it through it?
No, I lost several plants. I lost all the blueberry bastards. They couldn't recover.
Oh.
My temperatures in the house got down horribly. I mean, whatever it was outside, that's what it was inside. And my plants they just couldn't handle it. Even the bonsais are really looking rough right now.
Oh, the bonsais. I didn't even think about the poor bonsais.
Yeah,
dude.
And then I also uprooted a freak show that I had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that it was the one that was in the traded grow. So I mean, she was beautiful, but she just couldn't handle that lack of heat. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely can do it. I mean, all those would have died quick off. They would not have survived that at all.
Yeah, I'm still going to be able to recover the gelato bonsai and the freak show bonsai. They're going to make it. It's just they're needing some extra love right now.
Yeah, they're going to go through kind of like a little re-veg period.
Yeah.
So I was talking to J-Dawg, ShowMe. I listened to a podcast at work the other day, and these guys they've had a podcast for like over 15 years, I believe it was. They got like ungodly amount of fucking followers. But they're two brothers. They're cannabis lawyers. They're attorneys, and they're cannabis users, and they're in California. And they go through and they educate people on what to say, how to avoid traffic violate, like how to, situational with weed, cannabis, and all that. And I love the idea of that, because every time he said something, he would say you need to refer to your own state. And I'm like, man, we need to cover some of that shit. So here in the upcoming episodes, I definitely want to cover one real thoroughly on different processes, like laws, what to do, what not to do, what to say, what to keep. Some things, so many people think just because it's rec, you can just keep your Puffco in your cup holder. No, I've seen it, bro. I've seen it.
You can't do that shit.
No. So I thought that would be a good thing to cover.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it all makes sense. It really does. When you think about it, you can't have an open alcohol container sitting
right
in your center.
And just for example, like people in Missouri, your passenger can smoke. It's the driver that can't be under the influence. So if someone needs the cannabis and they're in your passenger in the back seat, and we'll leave this for an episode because I think it's really important. I think people will be interested in it because a lot of people, like I said, don't know until they're in that situation, and must avoid that.
Yeah.
But they were pot brothers, and the podcast was called "Shut the Fuck Up." I love it.
Yeah, I like that.
They send out stickers to put where you get your oil change on your windshield that says "Shut the Fuck Up Club" or something like that, because you join their group and their club and all that, and they send a sticker to put in there. Because one fun fact they said that I thought was cool is when a police officer comes up and starts to question you about your day, instead of giving them probable cause, by just telling them, I don't want to discuss my day. I don't want to discuss my day. I don't know what magical about that sentence, but that's what they said. They didn't say refer to your own state, so I'm assuming that's probably more global or more, U.S.
Yeah, it's constitutional, right? I mean, you are not obligated to say a fucking word to them. You do not have to take an answer.
That's what J-Dawg was saying.
You can take and be completely silent. You don't have to say a single word because you're possibly incriminating yourself. And we have the right through our Constitution to not self-incriminate. Right?
Right.
And so if they... Sorry, go ahead, man.
No, and that's why what he was saying, that simple sentence of, I just don't want to discuss my day, it's shutting it down in a sense that with human nature, you're not escalating it by being an asshole,
No. Yeah.
No. And so many people, it's so easy to give them that and just say the wrong thing. And they said that. So it was an interesting conversation.
On YouTube that make it seem like you can just be such a jerk to them as far as, by turning it around and pointing it out in their face that I don't have to do this, but there's a tactful way at delivering your speaking with the officer like that.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I've had plenty of my encounters with law enforcement. Like, that I think that's what is definitely sad is that people we don't know our rights. You know what I mean? We have a Bill of Rights.
For the most part.
And we're always trained, it's like inherently bred into us that if a cop asks you something, you have to take and give them the answer. When not true whatsoever. You don't have to say a damn thing to them. You don't have to give them anything. They don't, unless you
give them probable cause, which is very, very thin ice, like J-Dawg will say.
I mean, if they catch you, you're breaking the law, you're doing something wrong, then yes, you are obligated to at that point. But if you're just walking down the road or walking down the sidewalk and a cop wants to stop you and start interrogating you and asking you questions, you have zero obligation because you have done nothing wrong other than walking down the road, and there's nothing illegal about that.
Right.
It was interesting because they were laying that line, like I said, give me a show idea. But another thing they did, which I was telling J-Dawg, is they had this little segment in there, which I definitely wanted to participate in today, but we will do it next time we're all together and well and healthy and got strong backs. They do that. They were talking about pre-rolls, and basically what they were talking about is they go buy the cheapest pre-roll out there that they're selling, which is normally $5, $5 to $8. This brand right here I won't say, but if the camera's good enough you can see it, was a $7.50 pre-roll. I figured this is perfect because what they did is they got together and they didn't spark this bad bitch up. No, they did not. ShowMe Green. They broke it up. They broke it up on a tray and they looked at it to see what that bitch was filled of. And you know what she was filled of? Brown, yellow weed with the stem particles and some seeds. It's been grinded.
Really?
Not a lot of seeds.
Oh,
but some
man.
like seed casings, What I wanted to do was break this up, but I'll get us another one because I want it to be straight off the dispo. Like I want it to be right. I want it to be fresh. I don't want it something I'm sitting on for a minute. I want to go get it like we were going to consume it. But I might break this up and look at it and see myself too, because I'm curious. But I think it'd be interesting if we did it together. I kind of want to wait and leave the surprise until we're all together.
Yeah.
Because they were saying how that's the difference when you pay price for when you go and get these pre-rolls.
Yeah.
There's nothing on this container that says this might be full shit. It says Supreme pre-roll. Nobody knows what that means. There's a burrito Supreme that ain't worth a shit. You know what I mean? The Supreme ain't a selling point to me. But yeah, I think it'd be fun if we did that.
Yeah.
Because they could take real shit flour and put keef that from trimming in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could be a part of it. The sugar.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up that they're getting away with selling that kind of shit.
Like I said, we're not accusing nobody yet.
No,
we're gonna put
I
it to
don't
the
know
test.
the name of it. I don't anything. But me personally, I wouldn't take and be comfortable living with myself if I was making pre-rolls that are filled with that kind of shit and then trying
There's
to pass
so many corporations, and we talk about it softly, but there's so many out there that just don't give a fuck.
Exactly, because they're the ones that are there for the dollar. They aren't there for the community and for the medicine.
While we're 100% numbers, just like any other factory. Another thing I wanted to bring up that was because we were on the pre-rolls subject is I basically was telling J-Dawg too. We had a minute when we were trying to set shit up. We were trying to eliminate all the technical difficulties we could have. No echoing, no shitty video. We tried to clean shit up. I was telling him I went to this facility to pick up some samples, and I won't disclose who they are. But they decarbed their flour before they put their infusion in the pre-roll. They decarb their flour before they do their pre-rolls. And after they build the pre-rolls, they insert a clean, sterile plastic needle, and they'll inject distillate in it, their own distillate, and that's their infused pre-roll. So I told J-Dawg, I'm like, dude, decarbed weed? Why would they decarb their pre-roll? So then I asked Alexa, and she said she didn't know. I have studio help today. She says she can't help me with this subject. But I asked, can you get high off decarbed weed? And she couldn't help me. So I went to Google. And just to let you know, this is what Google says. Smoking decarbed cannabis has a unique impact on your body, different from the effects of raw cannabis. While decarbon process doesn't necessarily mean the cannabis is more potent, it activates the THC, making the psychoactive components readily available for your body to process. And that's like, I smoked one of these before on the show. One of these shows, and it was CJ that was with me. I was completely gone. I mean, I was really, really freaking high. I didn't know at that time this was their process of that pre-roll. So that's interesting to me. I told J-Dawg I might decarb a bud just to see.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna say decarb all your flour. Not saying that.
Lighting it, you're decarbing it because the heat from your
It's killing your trichomes, right?
Well, I mean, the heat coming off of your lighter or whatever you're using, that's automatically decarbing it because it's raising it up to that temperature automatically. So honestly, I don't I don't know. That's something I'll have to.
It's a huge company. I can tell you right now, they're killing it and selling the most this pre-roll is a $30 pre-roll.
Huh.
It's a $30 pre-roll, and they can't keep them on the shelves in the state of Missouri. It's crazy, and it's just now I'm putting two and two together. It's like, oh, I have had one of those because when we went there to get my job to get the samples, I went with CJ, and he's like, hey, this is what we had on the podcast, and that's when the lady at work there, she's like, oh, you got a podcast, and we told her about it. And it's fun because I'm being able to get our word out to these people. I went on 2 trips last week, bro, and I had 6 people asking me for a card, and I was like, I got you. That is cool because big things are happening here in Farmington, and I'm not going to disclose it yet, but there's a really, really, really great group of people that is opening micro grows over in Farmington. They're building 2 of them, and these guys are hella cool. They're really cool people. I'm happy. I was very happy to give them my card and let them know that I'm from Farmington.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be cool to maybe get that worked out with them so they could be on here.
oh, 100%. They definitely will. He's a really good dude. They're really cool, and I just don't want to disclose who they are, but I will in person when we all meet up. But yeah, it's been a really successful week. I was able to put the cards in the gas pumps. I love that. I'll go every gas station when I'm getting gas. I'll put up there where it's advertising for the month of their energy drink or their hot dogs or whatever. Boom, East of Elvins 310 podcast sticker. You
Yeah,
never
we
know.
need to have some stickers made.
Hey, it's working, man. There's growth. The numbers grow
Oh yeah,
slowly, but they grow. Sometimes I get on there. Sometimes it's a couple. I'm like, this an hour. That's pretty cool. I
yeah,
appreciate all you guys that's following, listening, and subscribing.
yeah.
So,
Same here. I've had more people reaching out than ever before this last week, especially. Just all kinds of different
feels
people.
good. Feels good. People asking. I had a listener reach out to me asking if we could like someone financially cheapest way to get a grow started. People might laugh, but they want to get a grow started. They don't need a pound off a plant. They don't
No,
need a half a pound. They just want to. They want to see oh, there she is, and experience what they're talking about.
there she is.
So we're gonna do an episode on that too. But what's been getting you through this pain? Because I did put a slide together for us, and I was just wanting to know if you wanted to share
RSO.
what your guys' remedy's been doing.
RSO. That's pretty much. It's the most narcotic form of cannabis that I've found or been able to produce, and it does kill off quite a bit of the pain. It doesn't kill the pain; it makes it so you don't mind the pain. If that,
Okay, that's well said.
it doesn't get rid of it, but you just don't care as much. And
So
anybody that has chronic pain, oh, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Rick Simpson.
the man.
Yep. Anybody that has chronic pain, if you want to start your own group, just get some RSO. RSO is going to be the walking dog, I guess you could say, of pain management from the cannabis side of things.
And be careful when you research into. I don't know. I seen something that kind of terrified me today on Google. Show me.
Yeah.
I was looking for pictures for this slide, and I was going to save one, but I couldn't find one big enough that would work for this. That wasn't blurry.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, it was how to get up to taking a gram of RSO a day.
That's a lot of RSO.
That's so much, ain't it? Show me.
Oh my gosh,
Dude, it was showing. It was basically a chart, and it was showing on the first 4 days to take half a rice size a day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was stepping up, and I was to myself. I was thinking, I'm Travioli, bro. And I wrote my last name, which is only 4 letters, but I've wrote Cookout before, and I don't remember that day, but I know that it was a ride. My wife told me. But as far as I go, I know not to ever do that again. And when I seen this chart, I don't know what kind of person would need some type of dosage like that. I'm certainly not a person that does. I could see a cancer patient because it is directed that way.
Yep.
Like super chronic pain, super anxiety.
Yep.
A gram I would be gone for like a week, man.
Mm.
So
Dude,
be careful looking that up. But like ShowMe Green, knowing your dosage, he makes it. He makes his own RSO. He's not paying for this, or he's paying bills, but it's a lot cheaper than paying pharmaceutical
oh yeah, yeah,
and
absolutely.
therapy and all that.
You know, speaking of making RSO, J-Dawg over here, he makes some amazing RSO.
That is
Amazing.
awesome.
He his setup that he has for it and everything. It's really good too.
Having the right equipment.
Yep. The important thing, yeah, I mean, yeah,
Giving it to J-Dawg for the RSO Tinter Edible King. Yeah. Yeah, it's solid. I'm definitely going to indulge in some RSO. I wanted to do it this morning to be on your guys' level, but I don't want to test myself doing this. And
yeah, fair enough.
so fun facts. Uh, RSO. That's a beautiful bud right there with some. Look at them trichomes on that. I just got that because I like the photo. But look how dark this is. So RSO, there's a difference between RSO and FICO, which we're going to cover more through these slides. But I want you to see how dark and rich this is. That's how I know it's RSO. Boom. You want to hit that one? Show me green.
Typical 1 gram syringe of RSO contains around 600 milligrams of THC, making it much more potent than any other cannabis oils and concentrates. The high THC concentrate is why users frequently report that RSO produces a more intense high compared to other cannabis products.
And if you notice the date
And
there, I got the most recent information too, because some of them dated back to 2020.
no, man,
There's been a lot of science, and there's going to be more to come.
you have to be careful with this stuff. Like
100%.
you really do. You have to be careful with it because I've taken too much RSO before, and it's a horrible experience. It really is.
You
It's
can't
kind of
shake
like
it off. You're
it's
not
like
going to go outside and shake it off.
yeah, no, like think about like whenever you go to a party and they have pot brownies and you eat one pot brownie, but then nothing kicks in for about a half hour, 45 minutes, so you just went ahead and ate another one and another one, and you're like, okay, this can't be very that intensity can really just take and knock you flat on your ass. Like it's very powerful.
And it takes a lot of cannabis to make it. You're making a concentrate. Concentrate, just it's in its name. It's alone. You're taking a lot of bud and making it super super condensed.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you? People do this and they're like, well, I don't use it that much. Is it going to go bad? I've had people ask me that. So as far as RSO lose potency, storing RSO correctly is crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Efficiency. Keep it in the cool, dark place, ideally with an airtight container.
In a
This
fridge.
ensures the oil maintains its potency and doesn't degrade over time.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just keep your RSO in the fridge.
in the fridge, that's a good. Okay. Oh, a big thing if it's in a syringe. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Keeps light from
I
distorting it.
keep mine locked up because I got kids, so I have this locked up container, and I
That's
have a
awesome.
full bottle inside of here of capsules made up.
That's
But
awesome. Good
so
job, Sean. Look at the responsibility of that pothead.
dude, well, the bad part is I felt horrible one time because my dog got into my stash, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Even pets.
yeah, and for about 2 days, that poor girl, she would just take and she'd be sitting there, trying to sit there in the kitchen, wherever we are. You could tell she just wanted to be around us. But man, she would just be swaying back and forth, and then she would kind of like lay over. And I took her to the vet. I was like, "What the hell is going on? Like, what is wrong with her?" As soon as the vet looked at, he's like, "Dude, she is really high." And I was like,
Damn it.
"I don't
I
know
know.
how
You try learning right then.
you know." But she did, and you have to be careful. Just keep everything locked up. Keep it away from because you never expect your dog to take and go after RSO, but they're going to, you know. My little
RSO, it's not intended to be smoked. That's another thing that would happen. People would come in, they're like, "Oh, I put that on the end of a blunt." I'm like, shouldn't have done that.
That's rough.
Before I jump on this boat, before you guys, like you said, keep it in the fridge. If you keep it in a cooler area, like you should, whenever you go to get it, it's gonna be really, really thick. It's good to run under warm water, not real hot, but warm water usually will. And that's the way I usually have it in a syringe, so I can run that syringe under warm water, because trying to squeeze that shit out of a syringe, I've broken the top. I got a scar on my thumb once trying to push it through because it was so cold. Warm water or in your hand and breathing on it helps.
Yeah. Like for me, with how I don't actually have mine in, I take it out of a syringe and then I put it into pills.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So they're RSO capsules, and
Nice.
you don't even have to deal with any of that. Whenever you need one, you can just go and take one.
And those are cheap on Amazon. You can
Very
buy those off Amazon, super cheap.
Yep, very cheap.
But yeah, people come in, they're like, "Oh, I put RSO on a blunt and we got high." And I'm like, "No, you had a running blunt. You didn't get higher than you would have off just the weed. You just now have something that's canoeing, as you youngins say now." Yeah, that we say running. I've heard canoeing. I'm like, okay, I like it, but it's thick. It's unrefined. The consistency of it. The presence is unburned plant material that can resolve an uneven burning and a harsh smoke. Be hard on that throat, make you cough. RSO is often made using solvents and can release harmful fumes into the body. So it definitely shouldn't be intended to be smoked, which people get confused. And I was trying to find the FICO one. There we go. I'm going to skip ahead to this one real quick because we're on that subject. It makes more sense. FICO is fully extracted cannabis oil. So basically what it is the extraction process is what's different. One's going to be grain alcohol, and then one's going to be isopropyl alcohol. I have the hardest time saying that word.
Alcohol, yeah.
It's like my tongue don't go right.
It's crazy. I've never actually seen it broken down like this, because the only RSO I've ever made has been from using Everclear. I've never used isopropyl alcohol to make my my RSO. So I guess technically I've been making FICO the whole time. I haven't made RSO.
I also was confused on that. And that's why I kind of saved this one, because I typed in what's the difference between the two, because you can put one of these on a blunt and be able to smoke it as well, because you can dab it or you can use it as an edible. Just the potency of smoking it is a lot less than eating it.
Mm-hmm.
So it still will give you some of the benefits, and I'm sure in some type of way beyond my science knowledge, could be better for you. But again, I think it's just different extractions, as it says here.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, when you think about it, why wouldn't you take and go with something that's food grade and edible to take and actually make your own medicine? Why would you take and use isopropyl alcohol? Would you ever take a shot of isopropyl alcohol?
Never. No. Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like,
unless I'm in prison. That's something I would do if I was in the joint. If I was in the joint, I might sip a little scissored.
Yeah, but man, like, it's cool that you brought this up though, because I didn't know that was the difference between FICO and RSO.
Well, we all learn together.
Yeah.
While regular edibles can be effective, they often lack the full spectrum extract found in the RSO gummies, which is one of the biggest things I tell people when you go to get gummies. If you're saying you're not feeling the shit, make sure it's full spectrum.
Yep. Stay away from that distillate crap. Distillate is completely stripped down. You're not getting any of the cannabinoids. You're not getting any of the actual medicinal benefits up from the plant.
And how do we know, Travioli? How do we know it's not full spectrum? Anybody that has full spectrum gummies are proud of it. They are going to put it on their bag. An educated bud tender is going to be able to tell you as well.
And they're going to be proud in the way of cost point too.
And it's not going to be the cheapest gummy in the house.
More for it.
Right. Usually cheap is not full spectrum.
Nope.
according to many experts, the full spectrum extract in RSO gummies is responsible for their therapeutic effects, and they often preferred by users who want to experience a full range of the effects. This is just updated January 14th, 2025. Again,
Few
science
days
is
ago.
going to be changing and updating. Like, we're all learning together. That's why we do this. That's why we got the podcast.
Yep.
Thanks again for tuning in. To the next slide. Boom. You want to hit that one, show me?
Oh man, how long does it take for RSO to get you high? All
That's
right,
a question.
there's definitely some factors here that come into play. Let's see. This says the time it takes for RSO effects to appear depends on how you use it. You consume RSO orally, it can take up to 2 hours to show its full effects. RSO topicals only require a few minutes, nearly 10, to start working. You may experience the effects of RSO in nearly 15 minutes if you choose to take it sublingually. Okay, so there's also a lot of things that go into play here.
Right.
What did you eat?
Yep.
An
What's in
hour
your
ago?
tummy before you ate that gummy?
What did you drink? If you have a beer and you take RSO, that is going to kick in a lot faster and a lot more intensified. That's why they say don't drink when you take medications, because it's really, really hard to control at that point. You're compounding different substances on top of themselves, and unless you know yourself very, very well, I wouldn't do it, right? But yeah, a big thing comes on diet, and not just your diet, on what you had today. Things that you actually ate yesterday are going to take effect how you're doing today.
Anything that's, fatty, buttery.
Yep.
I've ate a gummy, went and ate crab legs, and was so into the crab legs. They were so good, and I just couldn't stop. The butter was intensifying the high. I'm like, this shit's so good. It is. I love shellfish. I'm sorry for people that's allergic. That's horrible.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
it is, dude. Oh
I,
man, it'd be really good to make some can of butter to go with some crab legs.
dude, didn't even think of that. Son of a bitch. That's on the to-do list.
That would be delicious, dude. Yep. Okay, we got something to work on new.
Yep, that's what we got to do. So there we go. Get to the next one. Bam. Then we can end that. So that's a slideshow of the RSO, a little knowledge to teach you guys the difference between FICO. We learned together.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting ShowMe Green through there without that heavy medication. I mean, pharmaceuticals.
Dude,
Pharma.
I'll never take pharmaceuticals again. I just won't do it. It destroyed so many things. And I understand that there are people that need them. I'm not bashing on that.
Right. No, some
Like,
are medical. Yep.
some of them you have to have. I get that. But if you have a way to take and get away from pharmaceuticals, if you can use this plant to do that, then I absolutely would. Yeah, that's just about all that I got to say about it. Like, I was on 5 different medications as soon as I got out of the Army, or they put them on me before I got out, and it wrecked my marriage, my kids, like everything, because I was a zombie.
Yeah.
I couldn't even appreciate life.
Heard it from himself.
Mhm.
Mr. ShowMe Green.
Sorry, we got a
RSO
little
Green.
deep there, everybody.
Huh?
Sorry, I was getting a little deep there, everybody.
No, we got to get deep
Still
every now
kinda
and then.
just,
It's January. We're going to hit February.
yeah,
We got to
it's
start getting deep because February's going to be deep. It's Valentine's Day month. And I don't know if y'all know this, but your boy Travioli loves Valentine's Day. That's one holiday I love spending. My wife hates it. I ain't going to lie. She knows that I do all the other holidays, but like Valentine's Day, we eating good. We going out. It's going to be a good time.
yeah.
And chocolate strawberries. That's that and bananas. That sounds weird, but there's a place in St. Louis I go and got strawberry and bananas, and they got their homemade chocolate. Oh, it's like a kebab. It's so good.
Yeah, no, I love chocolate covered strawberries.
J-Dawg, got anything for us? She's got the bomb.
Yeah, he's like, I got a hit for you right here.
No, you're good. I did show J-Dawg. I got this. ShowMe Green. I got a good deal on. This is a Crafty Plus. So this is a dry herb vaporizer. It's like shelf $250. So this was kind of basically donated to the podcast. So yeah, I didn't really pay
Oh, we're
nothing
gonna
for
have to
this.
test that
So
thing out.
yeah, we're gonna try it out. I'll keep it there. It's got a cool. I think you can pretty much put concentrate in it too. But I have to download an app, and that's why I got it. The dude came up and he's like, "You got to download a damn app to run this thing." And I'm like, yeah, "It's fine. I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
lot
it's
though, but
gonna
I can
bring
see
out.
it's intimidating to a lot."
Yeah, I had to download one for this from my Focus 5. I had to download an app for it, but it's super cool because you can just you can go in there and you open up your phone and you adjust the temperatures. It keeps a log of how many dabs you've taken.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Easy
I
to
think
clean.
super easy to clean. It just has a nice ceramic bowl. Um, let's see, right? I have taken 2,369 dabs out of this thing.
I got
Yeah, it tells you a number right there. And there's your temperature and your time for how long you want it to take and run. So yeah, it's not a big deal at all to
So
take.
we're gonna start doing that. We're gonna get segments. We're also gonna get the words out to some of these people and see if we can get some sponsorship basically. And we don't need money. We need products. We need products to discuss. We're gonna get on that. I'm gonna ask J-Dawg maybe for help. I know he's an expert at that. Uh, he's always helping us in the back end. So J-Dawg, thanks, much respected. Don't think what you do is
Yeah,
unseen or unnoticed. So
no.
we definitely respect you too, J-Dawg. With that being said, I don't know if you guys did your homework, but you know I'm flossing out here on Davis Crossing, right?
Yeah, he's still flossing, huh?
I'm still flossing. So we're gonna come up with when we do this Riverside. I'm gonna expect my homies here,
Mm-hmm.
podcast homies, to have a little slang. So you guys got a little homework to do. J-Dawg, you're way out there in the country, but you got a lot of pretty land, so you should be able to come up with something good. And then ShowMe Green there in Farmington. So that being said, thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks for following, subscribing, tell a friend, tell two. Uh, audience, much respect.
Yeah,
Peace.
yeah, yeah. Have a good day, guys.
Peace.